Dyslexic Genius here. What I'm going to talk about is you want to buy your first phonograph. Well, first thing you need to do is do a lot of research. And we have Dr. Google out there who can do it for you. Just recently, there was a Puritan phonograph that my angel and I had looked at online on Facebook Marketplace, but it had the wrong tone arm, it had the wrong reproducer, and the knobs were wrong. So if you're going to do a 4-hour drive to look at something, you need to ask people, oh, can you send me more pictures of the inside and stuff? Because a lot of machines are cobbled together. Years and years ago, my sweet angel was at an antique store. She bought a phonograph for her beloved Love Muffin and brought it home, and she was excited, and it was a crapaphone.
It looked beautiful.
It looked beautiful. So we took it back and got our money back. It was when we were first starting. And years ago, I had a customer come in who bought a Victor outside horn machine, a Vic 5. She was so proud of it. Right ID tag. She spent $2,500. I'll never forget this. She spent $2,500 on a crapaphone in an antique store.
It turned out it was fake.
And it was fake. I took him in and said, this is a Victor 5. I said, I can make a run for you, but you know, this happens. And research is everything. But what I want to get to is, you want to buy one. Okay. So you go to, everybody wants an outside horn machine. You go to this one. It's the only one in the collection that hasn't been restored. But you look at the horn, this is all beat up. We have dents and dings all the way down. The yoke right here, it holds the horn, is dented up. But the cabinet is really good. The corners are good. The nickel's shot right here. You can see this is gray. Nickel just peels off. Now, one thing about phonographs, if you're looking to buy one, all phonographs, the reproducer here, the thing that makes the sound, has the company's name on the inside. So it could say Sonora, Star, Brunswick, and so forth. And you always want to check that. You know, a lot of phonographs out there, you know, a pop metal reproducer fell apart, so they just stuck something on there, you know, and they tried to, you know, tape it on. So you look at this stuff and you go, okay, like this is restored. But the reason I'm going to play this machine is outside horn like this with a steel, it has like a tinny sound to the high end, and I'm going to play this for you. They sound good, but you know. So we take that same record that I just played here, and we're going to test it on a console at Victor on a 17, and you can hear the difference. You always close the lid. That has way better sound. And you want to look at condition. You want to make sure everything on your phonograph you're looking at isn't beat up. All the knobs are right. Like this Victor here, this 812. You know, you want to make sure all the knobs work. You want to make sure the grill's in place, it's not broken. And then this is an orthophonic. So if you take the same record and we put it on an orthophonic machine, they're all using soft tone needle, you hear the difference. Whoops.
like the sound of that better than the 17.
Oh, I do too. This Orthophonics, wonderful machine. But if you have an orthophonic, these reproducers are pot metal and they crack and they fall apart and they're hellaciously expensive to get fixed. I'll tell you that right now. You're going to spend easy $300 to get one fixed. You can buy a new one for that too, one rebuilt. You can find one on eBay. And you have to look at that. How much is it going to cost me to get an orthophonic reproducer rebuilt, or to get the Victor #2 or exhibition rebuilt? You know, these are things you have to look at, but the research is everything. And all the information's out there. 40 years ago when we started, none of this was out there. And it's wonderful. You know, and then you can get to an Edison Diamond Disc. They're wonderful machines, you know, but they only play these thick records unless you have a 78 adapter. And now here comes the financial part. 78s all day long at $1. You go to swap meet and find. You go swap meet, 50-cent 78s. Oh man, how much is the Edison? Oh, that's an Edison. I need $20 for this, and it's a nothing record. You know, and but they have a great sound. That's Ernest Stoneman. Now, Edison didn't really record a lot of really good music. Well, you have to understand that. They're wonderful. We have a lot of diamond discs, but he didn't do what all the other 78 people did in the world, you know, really good recordings. Oh, and you know, your swap meet, you know, you go, oh, boxes, Edison cylinders, you know, maybe $3 a piece. And these guys go, oh no, that's an Edison, that's $25. No, it gets expensive in getting the records. That's what I'm getting to point to. But you can listen to this one. I think this Ada Jones. And this is a tabletop. So if you're looking for, let's say you want a tabletop machine, which are nice, you can get them in Victor, Columbia, you can get them in Edison. If you're going to buy an Edison, I'd go with an Amberol 30 or a 50 because they were a poor middle class machine. They work well. But if you're looking for your first phonograph, you have to say, what will it play and how will it sound? And that's a big thing about the sound, and it's also the condition. Victor made a Vic 11. They made over 1 million of these phonographs. So you go, okay, I'm going to buy a Victor 11. I'm using that for example. So you type in Victor 11, you go to Victor Victrola page, you find out all about it. You go, okay, this is wonderful. Love the machine. I think that'd be cute in my house. So then you go to Facebook Marketplace and you type in Victor 11 or eBay, and the gamut is $100 to $2,000. And now you're confused. What's going on? Okay, that machine, if you look at sold prices on eBay, you're going, oh, okay, they're going for $300. You know, so now you know I have a price range. And you go, okay, here's one 20 minutes from my house. I'll go look at it, you know. And you go, okay, it works. I have videos on how to check machines when you start them up, crank them up, and out buying them. But this is just to give you an idea of the different sounds in different machines. But the best one out there is the Brunswick, which plays all three, right? It'll play the Pathé records, it'll play the Diamond Disc records, and it'll play a 78 record. And this is a Pathé. And this has a sapphire stylus in it. You never have to change the needle, but you can only play the Pathés with it.
Okay, so they need to figure out their budget. They need to do their research. Cabinet condition.
Does it run? You know, and
Is it original?
If it's all there, you have the right reproducer, you have the right tone arm. You don't have mismatch, like you have gold here and nickel plated here for the needle cup, whatever. You know, and you can look at images on Google about this. And then you figure out, okay, well, my budget's this, and how much are all the records going to cost me? You know, that kind of stuff. And can I rebuild a reproducer and oil it? Or if you have to have it fixed, that gets expensive. But these are things to look at in buying your first phonograph. Budget, condition, and how far are you willing to drive or go get something. And that's my tip for the day.